gave me a chance to connect with a lot of sisters that I would not have known otherwise, and I've been in the group since the late 80s. I think it was like 87, 88 or 89. And it gave me a chance to meet some wonderful women and also do a lot for the community. So it's just been a wonderful experience, and I have just had such a ball. I love it.
You know, I still remember when I first moved to Dallas, Texas, and I didn't know anybody. And my husband and I lived in this little one-bedroom apartment, and I thought, how am I going to meet people? How am I going to develop friendships? And this newsletter came in the mail one day, and it was the Richardson Kappa Delta Alumni Association and the programs for a year, and I immediately got involved, and those women made me a part of who I am today and the ideals of Kappa Delta. Who you are is so often who you surround yourselves with. And I wouldn't give anything for those women, and the impact of having friendships of women that were everything from my age to 20 years younger.
This is in Austin, where there was 60,000 girls, and I sometimes have a hard time meeting new people. And so it was very hard for me in a big school. And after I graduated and moved to Dallas, I decided I wanted to become involved in an alumni chapter. And I have to tell you, I can honestly say that joining the Richardson Plano Alumni Chapter has been one of the best decisions I've ever.
Okay, so when I was a collegiate, I was president, and I went to convention in Arizona, and I saw the Richardson Plano chapter, and that was my hometown, and I knew that was the chapter that I was going to join. And they were winning all these awards, and everyone was so excited, and there were so many ladies there. And so of course when I moved back to Dallas, I was so excited to get involved, and the first event I went to, I kind of got stuck. So
well, you know, one of the things that is good about a sisterhood and getting to know these women is that you have people that you can really count on and depend on in good times and bad.
Well, I have met a lot of amazing people through this and developed a lot of relationships in the Dallas area, as well as when I joined my grand little in my sorority back at High Point, she was coming here, and so since I was a senior and she was a freshman, I didn't know her very well back then. We only had a couple months to get to know each other, but now getting to meet her and develop that relationship has been a great experience.
Around the sisterhood and kind of understanding that, you know, our relationship with Kappa Delta continues to grow after we graduate.
Tend to bond with the women that you went to college with. Now, what I like about this alumni group is it's from all over the country that we all come together. So that's what I like about this group, and I've been a member of this group a long time, so I love it.
They are everything to me, and I come from a family with 3 sisters, but my KD sisters are just as close to me, and I can call anybody anytime with anything. My husband and I were just talking tonight about my KD sisters and how we would all do anything for anybody, and I know that they're friends for a lifetime. I love each and every one of them.
One of my favorite events was doing collegiate relations work with the UNT chapter, and then the Texas A&M Commerce chapter, which is also formerly known as East Texas State University. Those girls just have such a huge future ahead of them, and they just live by the minute, and it was really fun to get to go into their homes and just kind of see how they work their own individual recruitments, what they do for their own senior send-off, and all the different traditions that they have in their own chapters. And
one of my favorite memories of Kappa Delta is when we used to do our fashion show and silent auction back in the 90s to raise money for our Shamrock project. And one year, my daughter, who was about 4 years old at the time, got to be in the fashion show.
When I'm talking about my favorite events, my very favorite has to be our Share a Shamrock. No matter what form it takes or when we do it, the fact that we're coming together as sisters and often with our spouses to celebrate, but that we're doing something for other people. To me,
Our success is that we try to do things to meet the needs of a variety of members. Those older ladies went out to lunch for years together. Then we would have activities. We have a mom and tots group, and then we would have the ladies' night out dinners. And we have meetings, some meetings in the evenings, we have some meetings on the weekends. So by trying to have a diverse...
I think what's helped the alumni chapter be around for so long is developing new ideas and keeping up with all the new trends for the incoming people that are graduating, and always bringing up new ideas for fun things to do that people want to go to, want to attend, and want to maintain their relationships with the people that are in the group.
And there's been 50 great years behind us, and hopefully we have 50 plus great years ahead of us, and just keep building the sisterhood and bringing in, new grads and new alums, and it'll be great.
I think it's going to be great. The past 50 years have been wonderful, and sisterhoods have grown, and I just know the next 50 years are going to be just as great as long as we can keep up the sisterhood and we can keep the passion strong.
That I have some future lifelong friends, and one of the things you kind of learn about being in a sorority is sometimes you have to stick things out because it always gets better, and just kind of seeing that people understand AOT